Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Podcast. Today is Friday, August 9th, 2019. Today I'm going to recap yesterday's baseball games, look ahead to today's games, yesterday's preseason NFL games, look ahead to tonight's games, and my best bet of the day. Alright, we're going to start with baseball. There were only 8 games on last night's slate. Yankees over the Blue Jays 12-6. That's 9 straight wins for the Yankees. They are 76-39 on the year. Toronto 47-71. Gio Urshela 4 homers in his last 2 games. Domingo Germán's 15-2. Thomas Pannone 2-5. Luis Cessa gets his first save of the year. Germán 5 innings, 8 hit 3 earned runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts. ERA 4.05. Pannone didn't last. 2 and a third inning, 6 hits, 7 earned runs, no walks, and a strikeout. ERA 6.83. Red Sox over the Angels 3-0. Chris Sale looked like the Chris Sale of old, 61-56 on the year. Angels 56-60. Chris Sale to win, he's 6-11. Dylan Peters lost 2-1. Brandon Workman gets his 7th save of the year. Sale 8 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 13 strikeouts. ERA 4.41. Outstanding game for him. Dylan Peters 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, a walk, 8 strikeouts. ERA 3.05. So a quality start for him, but just no run support. Tigers over the Royals 10-8. Detroit is 34-78. Casey's 41-75. Joe Jimenez the win and getting charged with the loss for the Royals. Richard Lovelady. Matt Boyd started the game for the Tigers. Did not last. 2 and 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, walks, and a strikeout. ERA 4.16. Jorge Lopez started for the Royals. Did not last. An inning and a third, 2 hits, 4 runs, walks, 2 strikeouts. ERA 6.51. Marlins over the Braves 9-2. Miami is 43-71. Atlanta 68-49. Alicia Hernandez the win. Dallas Keuchel the loss. Hernandez 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. ERA 4.94. It's a quality outing for him. We lost Dallas Keuchel 3 and 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, a walk, 4 strikeouts. ERA 4.83. Not good for him. Cubs over the Reds 12-5. The Cubs with the big win, 63-52 on the year. Cincinnati 54-59. Tyler Chatwood the win, Kevin Gausman the loss. Chatwood in relief, 3 innings, a hit, no runs, a walk, 6 strikeouts, ERA 3.92. Cole Hamels, 3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 3.09, did not last. Alex with 3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, a walk, 2 strikeouts, ERA 5.65. Indians over the Twins 7-5. The Indians are 69-46, Minnesota 70-45. Mike Clevenger to win, Kyle Gibson the loss, Brad Hand the save. Clevenger was solid, 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 9 strikeouts, ERA 3.02. Kyle Gibson, 4 and a third innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 6 walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 4.24. Giants over the Phillies 5-0. San Francisco 57-59. Philly 59-56. Madison Bumgarner to win, Aaron Nola the loss. Bumgarner was outstanding. 7 innings, 1 hit, no one runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts, ERA 3.74. This is the best he's looked all season. San Francisco should have traded him, by the way, because they're out of it. Aaron Nola, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, ERA 3.67. Padres over the Rockies, 9-3. San Diego is 53-61. Colorado 52-63. Matt Strahm to win, John Gray the loss. Eric Lauer started for the Pods, 4 innings, 10 hits, 3 runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 4.51. John Gray, 5 and 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 4.06. Tonight's games, we have one underway right now. Athletics, White Sox, middle of the first, A's up 1-0. 7 o'clock, Astros, Orioles from Camden Yards, so Baltimore's in for another rude awakening, probably a sweep here. Wade Miley against Dylan Bundy. Yankees, Blue Jays. Yankees going for 10 straight wins. Jay Happ against Sean Reed Foley. I believe if they get the win tonight, it would be their first 10-game win streak, I believe, in at least 7 years. I don't remember the last time the Yankees had a 10-game winning streak. I have to look that one up. You know, Jay Happ against his former team, and Sean Reed Foley's actually pitched very well so far this year for the Blue Jays. Angels, Red Sox from Fenway. Jaime Barria and Brian Johnson. Royals, Tigers. Brad Keller and Edwin Jackson. Jackson making his Tigers debut. Keller's pitched very well for KC of late. Nationals, Mets. Big series in Citi Field. prove-it series for the Mets. Marcus Stroman against Steven Strasburg. Braves Marlins. You have Julio Teheran and Caleb Smith. You have Cubs Reds. Yu Darvish and Trevor Bauer. Bauer making his second start for the Reds against Darvish, who's been rejuvenated of late. 8 o'clock Rangers Brewers. Colby Allard making his Rangers debut against Gio Gonzalez. Indians Twins. Shane Bieber and Drew Smeltzer. Bieber's been pitching great lately. 8:15 Pirates Cardinals from Busch. Chris Archer against Dakota Hudson. 10 o'clock Diamondbacks Dodgers. Robbie Ray against Walker Buehler. That's a nice pitching matchup. Rockies Padres. Kyle Freeland and Cal Quantrill. Rays Mariners. Jalen Beeks and Marco Gonzalez. And Phillies Giants at 10:15. Drew Smyly and Tyler Beede. All right, we're going to go over the football games from last night, which began week 1 of the preseason. Probably the one that everybody's talking about the most, the Giants over the Jets 31-22. Why is everybody talking about this? Because of how good Daniel Jones looked in his lone series. He would have played more if it wasn't for a weather delay in MetLife Stadium there in East Rutherford. 5 for 5, 67 yards, and a touchdown pass to Benny Flowers. So that was just nice to see if you're a Giants fan. Sam Darnold looked very good too in this game for the Jets. 4 for 5, 68 yards and a touchdown. He probably should have had an intercepted pass, but Jabril Peppers dropped it, or else that drive doesn't happen, and maybe Eli gets a chance to put it in the end zone for the Giants. Trevor Siemian, the backup for the Jets, 13 of 16, 77 yards and a touchdown pass. Luke Falk threw a touchdown pass to Davis Webb, the ex-Giant, threw 2 interceptions. That he wasn't good at all. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we went over Jones. Eli Manning completed a pass for 3 yards. Kyle Aletta, 9 for 12 with a touchdown pass, 116 yards. Alex Tanney played well, too. He's the third-string quarterback, 14 of 19, 190 yards, and a touchdown pass. No Saquon Barkley in this game for the Giants. And that's another storyline. When will he play in the preseason? Bills over the Colts, 24-16. The big story of this game was that a former rugby player by the name of Christian Wade had a huge run in this game for 65 yards, and it was a touchdown run. And that was really cool to see, the former rugby player getting a touchdown run, a long one, in his first drive. Chad Kelly against his uncle, I believe's former team, and Jim Kelly. 13 out of 19, 121 yards. Matt Barkley for the Bills, 9 for 14, 126 yards and a touchdown pass. We did not see Andrew Luck in this game. We saw Jacoby Brissett, 2 for 5, 21 yards. And then for the Bills, Josh Allen, 6 for 11, 66 yards. Was sacked once. Browns over the Redskins, 30-10. Story about this game was that Odell Beckham made his... Or no, he didn't suit up for the Cleveland Browns. But there's a report out after Antonio Callaway, 3 for 42, ends up getting suspended for 4 games to start the season due to a drug thing. And then Duke Johnson, who had 5 carries for 23 yards in yesterday's game, was traded to the Texans. Nick Chubb had 1 carry for 12 yards. Baker Mayfield, 5 for 6, 77 yards and a touchdown pass. Dwayne Haskins, 8 for 14, 117 yards and 2 interceptions. He wasn't good at all in that game. Don't want to overreact. I think Haskins is still going to be the best quarterback from this draft class, even though Daniel Jones looked awfully impressive yesterday. Patriots over the Lions, 31-3. Patriots. Jarrett Stidham, 14 of 24, 179 yards and a touchdown pass. Brian Hoyer, 12 for 14, 147 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tommy Savage, 2 for 3 for 40 yards, started the game for the Lions. The Lions just looked hideous in this game, even though it was a preseason game. Dolphins over the Falcons, 34-27. Ryan Fitzpatrick started this game for Miami, 2 for 5, 20 yards. Josh Rosen, 13-20, 191 yards and an interception. Matt Schaub started for Atlanta, 12 for 19, 172 yards. And third string quarterback for Atlanta, Matt Sims, 8 for 17 and 86 yards. Titans over the Eagles, 27-10. Marcus Mariota saw little action in this game for the Titans, 4 for 8, 24 yards. Ryan Tannehill, 12 for 16, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cody Kessler, 3 for 6 for 12 yards. Nate Sudfeld, 10 of 18, 177 yards and a touchdown pass. Clayton Thorson, 2 for 9, was for 7 yards and an interception for the Eagles. Ravens over the Jaguars, 29-0. Uninspiring for the Jaguars. Meanwhile, Lamar Jackson, 4 for 6, 59 yards and a touchdown pass. He looks very good. And Gardner Minshew started for the Jags, 7 for 14, 46 yards. So we did not see Nick Foles in this one. Panthers over the Bears, 23-3. The Panthers, Will Greer, 9 of 16, 77 yards, a touchdown. The pick. Chase Daniel started for the Bears, 11 to 13, 120 yards. Packers over the Texans, 28-26. We did not see Aaron Rodgers. We saw Deshaun Kaiser, 8 for 13, 102 yards, and a touchdown pass. The quarterback for the Texans, Joe Webb III, played the whole game. 25 for 40, 286 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Cardinals over the Chargers, 17-13. Kyler Murray's debut. He showed some flashes in this game for Arizona. 6 for 7, 44 yards, rating of 92.9. Brett Hundley, 10 of 14, 104 yards, and a touchdown pass. Cordell Jones, 4 for 6, 47 yards for the Chargers. Seahawks over the Broncos, 22-14. We did not see Russell Wilson in this game, but we saw former Bronco Paxton Lynch, 11 of 15, 109 yards and a touchdown pass. Geno Smith, 3 for 9 with 58 yards. Drew Lock, 17 of 28, 180 yards, a touchdown, the pick. Joe Flacco made his debut, 3 for 14 for 19 yards. We don't have any preseason games tonight, or we do, I'm sorry. Buccaneers, Steelers, so Jameis Winston. And then I'm interested to see how the Steelers look. I don't think we'll see Roethlisberger. Maybe we'll see Mason Rudolph. Vikings, Saints, I don't think we see Kirk Cousins in this game, and I don't think we see Drew Brees either. We will probably see Teddy Bridgewater, so that's something to keep an eye on. And then Saturday, we have Bengals, Chiefs, Rams, Raiders, and Cowboys, 49ers. Don't think we'll see any of those starters. Maybe we see Derek Carr. I don't think we'll see Patty Mahomes or Andy Dalton, but you never know. We could see Jimmy Garoppolo. I wouldn't rule that out. Maybe for a series or two, you never know. But we're not going to do another podcast till Monday, so recap the rest of these preseason games on Monday's podcast. Best bet of the day brought to you by DraftKings. A lot of baseball games on the slate for tonight, and some of them are significant favorites, and some of them are small favorites that I like. So, without further ado, here we go. I am going to take the Astros over the Orioles. That's a no-brainer, absolute lock. I want to take the Yankees, but they haven't had a 10-game winning streak in a long time. It's hard to win 10 in a row in baseball. Sean Reed-Foley's pitching a lot better. I would lead Toronto there. And I like the Marlins too, so I'm not going to put that one on. Cubs, Reds. I kind of like the Reds as a dog. I'm going to go with the Royals in the actual best bet. I'm going to go with the Red Sox. Don't feel good about it. I'm going to bank on their offense beating up on the Angels pitching more than the Angels offense beat up on the Red Sox pitching. I love the Indians against the Twins. I am going to take the Cardinals against the Pirates because Chris Archer stinks. And I'm going to take the Dodgers because Walker Buehler's awesome. And that's it. So that's 6 teams. Wagering $1, 15.42 odds, payout of $16.42. That's it for the podcast today. I'll be back Monday recapping baseball games and preseason football. Looking ahead a little bit to baseball games next week, and maybe I'll have an activity for you. I'm going to have some guests on next week. NBA schedule comes out on Monday, so maybe Monday night I'll have a couple guests on to talk about that. Hope you guys have a great weekend, everybody.